Okay, so prior to explain to you this video, you need to understand how to create a pivot table. So watch my video how to create a pivot table. Based on this pivot table, just here, product, total quantity, turnover, I would like to see some charts with the different figure, I mean total quantity and the total turnover. So here, I don't need to select my total here table, I just need to be within any cell. So I click here, insert, and then I have something within the ribbon which is called charts. And in the charts, I have either recommended chart, so Excel will recommend me different charts. So I can click here, I can see, and when I go over them, I can see directly a preview. Let's take this one. Now I would like to add a different uh, legend, different information, different label, because I can't see. I see that maybe the maximum of the turnover here is 2,500. Maybe it would be the best if I could have directly the figures. So I click, let's say, on the bar which are in orange, turnover, right click, and I click on Add Data Labels, and I see I have two options. The first is Add Data Labels and Data Callouts. So I will work on Add Data Labels, and I see directly my figures. So I could work within just this chart, or I could go in design and select another one, maybe to see better my figures. You see, on one hand, I can't see my figures because it is in white over blue, and I could select here in black so I can see all the different figures. So you need to pay attention that when you work on this, I am working on Microsoft Excel on a computer which is a desktop, so on Windows. So on Windows, based on the pivot table, I've got here a pivot chart because it is a chart based on the pivot table, and I have access to this filter directly on the chart. On the other hand, if you work on a Mac, you won't have this, so you will need to work directly if you want to select, if you want to sort this information out, if you want to filter by product, you will need to work directly on the pivot table, just here. Let's say this one. So I've got one chart. So I could select the chart. I could cut this chart because it is a little bit messy on my sheet. I create a new sheet and I paste it. So this is my first chart. Let's say I want another chart with a pie. So I go back in my source within this pivot table, insert, then I select directly the pie, which is this option within the chart. So let's go in it. And if I go over, I can have here directly a preview. So let's say I want this one. Again, I select the different color, right click, and then I can say add data labels, the same as before for the bar. I could select within the design, maybe something where I could see better the figures. This one is good too. And if I want, I can change the title of my chart. Okay, I can select it, cut it, go back in my sheet with my first chart, and then paste it. That's it. Thanks for watching.